today I wanted to talk about an excerpt out of my book, and I have all these Merrylisms, and one of the Merrylisms, which is kind of fun, is like you had me at Hilo. And for all those who know me, I started out in the Navy. I wanted to be an astronaut since I was 7. I ended up going to the Navy flying, and my first fleet type aircraft that I flew was helicopters. Now, did I want helicopters first? No. Like everyone else of the Top Gun era, we all wanted to be in a fighter jet. But little did I know in the Navy, 60% of the pilots are typically helo pilots. And there's nothing wrong with that. I was set on doing it, but then when I got helos, of course I had my 24 hours of mourning, because I didn't get what I want, but it was all right. And then I started thinking about helicopters, and I started looking at what the helicopters had to offer. And I had my eye set on the SH-60 Bravo at the time because it did anti-surface warfare. It had weapons, it had sonobuoys, it had torpedoes, it had Hellfire Penguin missile, all these things. And I was like, heck yeah, I want to fly that. And that's what I set my sights on. Now, a lot of people throughout my career as I progressed, and I went back to being an instructor, I met other instructors who were still stuck on that notion of the aircraft that they wanted but didn't get. And they were still bitter about it. And so I tell you this story because, first of all, flying any aircraft is cool. And some people want to fly fighters, some people want to fly tankers, some people want to fly helos. But out of all of that, don't be so rigid in what you want that it takes away from the entire experience. And have that philosophy in life. There's going to be times you're climbing up the ladder in your career or doing something in an academic situation and you're very rigid. You're like, I want this. This is where I want to go. And all of a sudden, you don't get what you want. So what are you going to do? You mourn it for maybe a little bit of time, and then you start thinking about, okay, what opportunities do I have in front of me? Have new opportunities opened up? And how can I use that to my benefit? How can I use that to get back on track? Remember, it's about the journey. It's about having these experiences that make you a better person. And maybe you need to go off track a little bit so you can be more well-rounded as opposed to your competitors. You ever think about it that way? So, just remember, don't be so rigid in your thinking. Don't be so rigid into what you want. Find ways to navigate around it, and you'll always be successful.